Flyers TV is sponsored by the Bay Hotel.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, we're thrilled with that result. It was huge for us, and I mean, I think that I talked to the guys before the game, and you know, we just like last week, we know our backs are against the wall, and I think it was imperative that we got points out of that, especially since you've seen that Hull beat Cardiff tonight. We lose that, and you really start losing touch. But the way it happened. Delighted. I haven't been excited like that for a long time, and you know, the guys deserve it. I think first period was difficult to take, and we addressed that when we came in after the first period, and we got ourselves mentally in the right frame of mind, and they just kept chipping away, and went our way tonight.
After obviously getting back, we're 4-0 down, and we go back to 4-2 at the end of the second period. Was there a belief in the room that they could go out and win the game?
We talked about that in the second period as well. You know, regardless of the score, regardless of what happened, we have to believe that we can compete in games. And I mean, I'll take a step back for 1 second. I mean, what happened in the first period to us was we gave up a couple power play goals, and you know, in a weak third. And we were facing a 3-0 deficit, and I thought we played pretty good. Like, I thought we were actually playing good. It was just you give a team like that a 4-on-3 or a 5-on-3, they're going to threaten all night long, and you can see how dangerous Ryan's guys are over there. I mean, they're not in second place for no reason. But we came back in, and you know, we scored a couple goals. It was like it was like when we were in Braehead. Down by 2 goals twice, and managed to pull it back. And we've had a different atmosphere in this dressing room in the last 3 or 4 weeks, and the guys are playing a lot better hockey. Pretty short bench tonight, but the guys dug deep and played well. I mean, like, you look at a guy like Jordan Fulton. I think the way he skates, and he keeps his feet moving all the time, and he logs that puck down low. He's a huge player for us. But I mean, I really, like I said, I mean, even we ran into some, you know, some serious penalty trouble tonight, and a lot of power play action as well. So a guy like Jamie and Gunny become a bit part players today, where we really need them to be playing a lot more. They sat on the bench for huge minutes at a time. We get Gunny out there in the third. He scores our third, and that kind of got us rolling into the third. So it's good to see that comes off the bench with a good attitude, and gets the guys going like that. The guys were thrilled for him, and it gave those guys belief that you know, that it was possible to come back and beat this club, and they did tonight.
With Kyle Haynes obviously getting man of the match and a couple of goals tonight, how good has he been for us since he joined?
Kyle's a fantastic defenseman, and just steady night in, night out. And I think he started off with us. He either got 1 or 2 goals the first game he played with us in Braehead, you know, and a couple tonight. So he seems to like playing against these guys. But we know what we're getting out of Kyle night in, night out. I think he's a fantastic guy and a great player. And you know, probably pretty difficult to pick a man of the match tonight, but I'd say he deserves it.
How do we kind of carry that performance from tonight into the game tomorrow?
Well, I think we've been doing that for the last couple of weeks. I think that the performances have been there, and the results have started to follow. You know, the only one we haven't got a result out of is in Belfast, and we talked about that during the week, because although we didn't get the points, we took a lot of positives that we played against by far the best team in the country, and we really played with them 2 times in their building this year. We've really competed with them, and so for the last 2, 3, 4 weeks, you know, the performances have been coming our way. So you do get momentum swings when we're going through the troubles and we're finding ways to lose games. That becomes you know, a habit, or becomes your mindset. And now winning is hopefully becoming these guys. And it's late on in the season, but I said to you last week, we're just going to have to you know, keep going a game at a time, period at a time, and hopefully these results keep coming our way.
The crowd played a big impact tonight. How influential are they going to be tomorrow night against Hull?
Well, I mean, I think I said to Jim Watson before the game that's one of the busiest I've seen it in the last couple of years even. and it was disappointing because it did get quiet in there, and you could sense the frustration of the fans, and it started creeping in our game. We took a couple stupid penalties out of frustration, and that could have really cost us, and we addressed that issue as well. But once we started scoring and coming back, you just kind of sense it in the crowd. The momentum built up and built up and built up, and there was that little expectation there, and it was exciting. So they are influential to us. The team does feed off that, and it was just one of those nights where it all kind of came together for us. So crowds I've always said that the crowd can be a huge influence on us, but it can also, if we're not playing great and results not going away, it can also affect us negatively as well, and that's why we had to come in between periods and address those things. But great night.